24 hours from home. We were coming down to look at something else that fell through. So this is what we're doing to salvage our trip. The weather is not ideal. Scott couldn't put us where he kind of wanted to. So he's just found us a wee sheltered posse down here. Set up camp. The river doesn't look crossable right now. It's been quite a bit of rain inland. So we're going to stay on this side of the river tonight. We saw half a dozen deer on the way in, and then one blonde bull tar just over that ridge there, quite low down, quite blonde. I couldn't quite see the horn length on him, but he's not far. But we'll wait for that river to come down before we go over there, and then apparently there might be some chamois in here as well. So let's go for a wander. So we've just got a hind on this opposite face. She's just in this patch here, 272. So we'll just
smacked it. She's rolling. She's down.
The GoPro doesn't pick up enough light. We shot that hind across the river, and then another one came up from below her. So we've marked her on the GPS, and we'll go get her in the morning. Go down. We've had a big day, so just trying to get down through this Matagari. My hands are a bit raw, and we'll go have a drink and go to bed. I think have an early night. Bit of a windy night. Not consistent wind, just kind of gusts in the tent. Got our, let me see if I can see it on here. The deer we shot last night was just up on the top of that little slip there. We actually went up this side and shot 270 across the valley. So another couple of deer there. Some sheep there. I just need to check if that's public land. I'm 99% it's public land. Some goats over there, some goats up that way last night. So some sheep's over there. Camped down the flat and trying to get across there. We're just seeing the river's still flowing quite strong, so just trying to see if we can find somewhere to cross. Hard to, because of all the rain, it's quite dirty, so it's hard to gauge it. Let's have a look. So we assessed it, we made about 5 attempts and we come across through here. Super stoked because we've got an animal to retrieve over here. So look at the wind kicking up that water around the corner, it's just stopped. So we're on this side of the river, so today we're going to stay on this side of the river. So as I was saying to Zoe, I bet you will see something on back over here. And now we know we can do it, so that's pretty cool. I thought I saw Zoe's face ahead of us, but it was a deer, and she's just popped up a little bit further. She might just be bedded on this face here. Let's see if we can flush her out. They're quite small-bodied at first glance, anyway, and quite a fawny colour. It's pretty cool. photo and we circled it on the map. Yeah, right where we thought she was, but there was no blood there, so unfortunately, it's no go. So we've just come up to a little ridge just to get out of the wind. Just those goats from this morning over there, so just think we might go up to this next ridge and look at that next basin. Camp down there, and we cross the river just where that side creek comes in. So kind of hard moving around and back down. It's like it's right now. Bit of a track through here, but just a wee saddle there, and I think there might be a nice just a wee saddle there. I think there might be a nice wee bowl or possibility for a spot out of the wind. So we'll just drop our packs and go have a look. Don't know how windy it'll be, but we're getting sandblasted. The rocks coming down the valley. Isn't this shit fun? Watching some goats down here. I don't know for the life of me why I'm in the middle of the river bed, but here we are. Cooler if we are watching anything other than goats from up here. Some wild mutton. It's just hanging around. So it's gonna see if one of those is worth taking, just so some meat to take home. Tastier than the goats anyway, so let's see what this Matagary's like. Is the cross here still on?
Yeah.
That one at the back on the right
Yeah.
is probably the tastiest.
Okay.
It's the smallest. So you need to go through behind that shoulder. See that dark crease behind the shoulder?
Yeah.
Just in there.
Okay.
If you're ready, I'm filming. Reload straight away. Reload. Wait for them to stop. Go.
Oh, one of them's got blood coming out of its mouth.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Front one.
Okay, that's the one I want you to shoot first. If he
So-
stops, get him again. Nah.
Okay, well, it's got blood coming out. Safety's on.
Thank you. Just have a look around for anything else.
He's pouring blood out of his mouth, so I
Crazy.
don't know what that means. And
Oh,
he's
you've
slowing
got
down.
maybe a lung.
And he was slowing down over the end there.
Well done.
Sound like a hit, eh? Yeah. Yeah. It looks like a hit.
Yeah.
She's like down there in the...
She just had to go at one of those sheep, but it's hard to see. I don't know if the wool absorbs the shot. I couldn't quite see if she shot it or not. So she said there was blood coming out its mouth, so she's boosting over there. She's got a shot of adrenaline. I just loaded everything up and I'll catch up to her. There he is. Butchered up. It was so thick, it was horrific. Probably did them a favour by giving them them or not. Give a bit of glassing, have a bite to eat, have a drink, and then we'll start heading back towards camp. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're still a bit hot for deer, but all loaded up, a couple of legs each. I thought they were quite small when I butchered them off, but there's some weight in the old pack now. And we'll cut a bit of a beeline to camp. Down. Would hate to have gone up there. Well, back to camp. And let's snap the pole. Okay. Tonight we've attempted to our own dehy. So it's venison mince, chili beans, homegrown chilies, onion, garlic. A bit of sauce, and we're just waiting for it to rehy now. It's our first crack at it, so see how we go. Nice. Here we have dehy and toasted a couple of eggs, one's just a yolk. There we go. Fuck yeah. Not bad for the first crack. Bit of a rough night last night. The wind, the rain, thunder and lightning, and then it sounded like a rock slide or something, like a freight train coming down the valley. It was pretty cool. Bit of a slow start this morning. The gas cooker filled with water, so we've just disassembled that, got that going again. But we're planning on staying this side of the river today and going up along here and seeing if there's any reds up high, and then we'll look back across this way, but we won't have time to come back across this river again. Come all the way down, river crossing, and then all the way back up. Would have been nice to have an extra day and had today as a bit of a rest day, but time didn't allow it. So anyhow, breakfast. I had a couple of eggs and voila. Packed down the tent today. We don't want to snap anything else. It's meant to get to, I think, 98k an hour wind gusts this afternoon, but maybe going up the hill, a bit of a late start. Going up, same side as camp. Let's go. Nice big basin, it's just so windy.
Cool.
So it's just found a wee antler. It's always cool.
Jump like myself.
Glassed all up through here. Nothing showing itself to us. So I'm going to head over the next ridge. this next one, have a look what's in there, and then that's probably about it. Get down to this rock and we'll have a wee look at down here. Down here, we're going to go up there around the corner back to camp. Forecast for wind today, not rain, but it's okay. Skin's waterproof. That's cool. Couple of big woolly sheep. The ferries gave us up. I don't know if you'll hear me over the wind in the river, but we're going to sidle along this scree, try and save another river crossing. She's pretty gnarly. How's that, Zaz?
Good.
Look at the hair on it. That's real cool.
That's really cool, eh? I thought she was a tail when we saw her yesterday.
Yeah, it's what we were watching from up the hill yesterday. Awesome. Take some meat off her?
Yeah, I reckon.
Nice. Well done. Whip off some meat. Nothing goes to waste. The camp's just over that sort of scree fan there on the other side of the river. All butchered up. We've got one gnarly corner left before camp, so our feet are already wet. And then we're thinking, because we're suckers for succulent Chinese meal, we might see if the chopper pilot can come get us today. And then we'll go stay in Christchurch. Fingers crossed. Heard back from the pilot. He said it's gale force winds up the valley. I mean, it was windy before on the tops, but down here is not gale. I don't know who gale is. Anyway, so we'll go another night, and he'll get us first thing tomorrow. Ooh. Okay, now one last crack at it. Where I shot that red hind the first night, I saw two others, and then when Zoe and I went through that bit of Gary over there, we bumped one in the middle of the day, so we'll go up and have a look and see if they come out tonight and take some Vinny home. This is our posse for last night. We bumped a hind in the Matagari there, and I shot a hind the first night there, up there somewhere, and then we couldn't find her in here, but there was another one feeding on this face, so there should be two more hinds in here somewhere. I got this morning, much quieter night, much less wind, just a bit of rain. We're just packing up, and we'll pull down the tent last night. All in all, a pretty cool trip, just really short with the turnaround time that we had. Plenty of goats, plenty of sheep, and I think 5 reds we saw. Get a bit of meat home for the food. And now we start the journey back home again. All packed up, just waiting on the chopper. Bit of clag there, but he valley flew us up that valley on the way in, so Fresh snow up top there last night. It just sucked to have to put our wet tent back up and climb back in. But I'm confident. We should be here in 8 minutes.